think I see the problem. What's up guys, it's AA Ron, and today we're gonna be learning about fuel pump wiring and what not to do. Play the clip. All right, I'm 2 miles away from the cabins and the truck just lost fuel pressure on me. I got really lucky. None of these fuses are burnt up. I've got extra fuses. I just switched the fuel pump relay with the trans brake relay and it burnt up a fuel pump relay again. So I think it's because of my wiring for the fuel pump. I've got it grounded on the bed, which you're not supposed to do. And it's like 1,000 degrees out right now. So I think I'm probably overheating the shit out of those relays. So fuel pump fired back up. We got 2 more miles to go to get home. So thank God. Literally 2 miles away. We were so close. It's very hot out. I don't even know. It's probably in the hundreds today. So glad I got that swapped over real easy. I swapped it with the trans brake relay. So it's kind of like having a spare. And I do have another spare in the glove box. But we got it fixed. And we're almost home. So just got to hold on for 3 more minutes. We just rolled into the campground. Lost fuel pressure again, so that system's obviously very hot. Everything's hot. All right guys, we're doing the walk of shame over to the cabin. At least the truck got me to the campground. I got my truck and my tools here. I'm gonna shoot over and see if I can't just swap out a fuse or something easy and get it running back over to here at least. So what do you do? It's part of it. Looks like a kid that just did something bad hiding over here. There you go, 97 out. Bruh. Probably feels like 110 or something crazy. Roadside mechanic update. Did some diagnostics. I got voltage to my fuses. Fuses are good. I got voltage to the relay. Relays are good. I got voltage up here, which is one of the wires going back to the fuel pump. And I've got voltage at the fuel pump itself. So my conclusion right now is that the actual pump itself got burnt up. The system was probably super hot when I replaced the relay. Had a fresh relay, it was all good. And then putting that relay back in, it probably put more of that heat and voltage into the fuel pump. So I think I cooked the fuel pump. The good news is, I believe I have one, if not in the truck right now, over in the trailer. So I think I'm gonna swap that out real quick and see if that gets it going. All right, boys, this is what you call being over-prepared. Look at that, we got a fresh fuel pump. I think I should be able to just swap it right here. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long. Okay, we got this loose. Just trying not to get dirty today. Let's get this pulled out of here. Settle it in. Oh, I think I see the problem. All right, I don't know if you can see it. Try not to drop my phone in the tank, but our connector there, she gone. She melted, not rated for fuel. Stupid idiot. So I'm gonna somehow get that back together and we should be all right. Let's see. All right. All this fuel wise. Yeah, we ain't got no gas in it. Alright, there's a good look at it. Butt connectors. Ain't got no voltage there. This was probably getting quite warm. Look at that, just slides right out. So I'm gonna put that back together. Alright guys, if this isn't a good enough advertisement of why you should have guys like the dudes over at Renegade wire your stuff up for you and use the proper hardware, like that 4 integrated relay system that we were looking at on that Fox body, then I don't know what is. I use some butt connectors that obviously aren't rated to be in fuel and take that kind of heat. And I did kind of use some of the original OBS wiring and then spliced it in with new wiring, so big no-no. But I don't know, it's just a sign. We just talked about all this with the FORCE stuff and fuel cells and all that, so it's kind of time for FORCE upgrades, it seems like. So we'll get it fixed, we'll get it back over to the cabin and figure out a game plan of what we want to do moving forward. What in tarnation is that? Just on the side of the highway. Little robot off-road. Alright, so my roadside fix for this. Got the connector for the fuel pump. It's got to go back on. I got a butt connector. I got this existing wiring. Don't drop this into the fuel tank. Loop in the middle. The irony of all this is I just was at Renegade and we talked about fuel systems. And James stressed the importance of knowing what you're doing when wiring. And here we are. The nice thing is this thing made it all the way back to my campground, thank God. So fortunate enough that I've got all the tools and parts that I need to fix it and get it back over the cabin. So let's try that. This is temporary. Unless it works really good, then it might be a permanent temporary. Long way to go with this. Good enough. This is another no-no. But here we are. It'll be fixed the right way. Because now I know too much. Good enough. See if she fires up. Okay, moment of truth. Hey-o. Okay, let's not burn that out. I'm gonna just tidy up the ram, get this thing over to the cabin real quick. All right, here we go. Fuel pump. There we go, I gotta put the hood down. All right, truck is back at the cabin. Now we do the walk of unshame to go get my other truck because I fixed the problem. That's the main thing. So now we know what not to do when wiring a fuel pump, and when I go to put a fuel cell in it, I think I'll get with the guys over at Renegade. We'll maybe do a 2-stage deal and get it set up right. All right guys, truck is back in the driveway. Hope that was helpful. Quick video after the interview or the shop tour with Renegade. Kind of funny, the timing. Been talking for the last 2 hours about proper wiring and fuel pumps and proper wiring for fuel pumps, and then this happened. I'm gonna take that as a sign to get things done correctly this time around, whether that's just buying the parts and giving it to the guys over at Renegade, or buying the parts and doing it myself with the supervision or guidance of the guys at Renegade. So either way, we're gonna get this truck sorted out. I got some good tips from James in the last video about how to set up this rear suspension a little bit better for the drag strip, so we're going to try those things out. I'm going to try a different tire, and I'm going to get some camber adjustment for the upper so that we got more of a contact patch. But thanks for watching guys, we'll talk to you later. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment. Hopefully this was helpful, and we'll talk to you later. Peace.